Lake City. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Utes will put it away to start the game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be fourth down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a third and short. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He'll toss it. There he headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Utah Utes offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Firing to the right, complete. a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he's stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Got his man on the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Utes line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Mayo. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Caught in the backfield. It's Mayo. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so trying to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Utes will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback now breaking the field. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He leaves it with his back. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline with your best wide receiver.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Under fire. Gets rid of it. It's caught. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. So now it's 2nd and long. The inside handoff. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Utes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Utah! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Plows through the defense. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now the play fake. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Looking for room. It's Mayo. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sets up the screen. Fights off a defender. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to punch it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and they're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got him for the 1st. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Right back to the well. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. And the Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The give to the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Utes! A great catch and run for 6. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on second down. Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
To the air on first down. He's got it. Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34. 1st down, 10 yards to go. They'll go to the ground. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. The run from the shotgun. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hooks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out fast. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. The Utes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Connection to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. At the 35, he's open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They are really clicking along 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's at the 50. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the missed connection on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go.
Touchdown, Utes! And the route is on. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to throw again. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Makes a catch at the 10. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Working that left side now. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mayo. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Touchdown, Utah! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Does the short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. It's complete on the right side. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw again. Safe completion on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. It's complete to the right.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They're going to run it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. The Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to pass. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but one going to come up with the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the score.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Utes will punt this one away.
Number 11, on to punt it away.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game.